Zion Williamson.
Yes.
Which is came out yesterday.
My man.
And he had a little bit to talk about, and this is what he had to say. Let's take a listen.
Is it hard to diet at your age?
At your age?
Sheesh.
Be honest.
Since it's you, I'll be real. There are times when I will say that, man, that shit hard. It's hard, man. Like, you 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man. It is hard, but I'm at that point now where because of certain things, I'm putting back, like, the wisdom around me, bunch of, like, I don't want to say older because they take offense to it. But, right. I'm just putting people around me with wisdom, put me on game to certain things, and just go from there, though.
Wow, okay.
That's what he's going to do now.
So money is the reason why he's fat.
Yeah, more money can buy more food.
Well, I know a lot of people make a lot of money. They fat, too.
I do, too.
I'm just saying. So I guess.
I'm looking at one.
Typically,
Me.
when you got that kind of paper, you can pay people to make sure you don't get fat.
Right.
You have chefs.
It's more of the
you have
lifestyle.
chefs who cook you different types of food.
Right.
You have trainers. When you got money, you can get there in a hurry. If that's your livelihood, to be in shape.
I guess he was going out a lot, probably.
But when you pay people when you get all this money at one time, you're like, well, I get to it when I can.
Well, hopefully he is gonna make that quote unquote lifestyle change to put the right people around him. And we've been saying that with a lot of.
What he actually said, is it hard to eat? What he asked, is it hard to?
It's hard to diet.
Right.
It's hard to diet.
I mean, you got money, you young, you going out every night,
Probably
eating out every night, hanging out,
You know, I want my lobster. I want the butter sauce on it.
drinking, all
I
kinds of
want
stuff.
my lobster plain.
Right, you want give me the work.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me the butter sauce. Give me everything. I want to go in and just order just a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm 20-something years old. First of all, he left out one important part. You know, well, he did say his age. You know, at that age, he think he invincible, like most of them do at that age.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think the worst thing for him, quite is the injuries, because being off the court so much, it just took away some of the discipline that would have helped him, until he got to this point, would have helped him kind of, keep himself in shape or keep himself on the right path until he got to an age of where, okay, let me get real serious about my body, my career. But he didn't have that opportunity because he wasn't on the court, so that means he spent a lot of time by himself.
Right. And to put that even in more perspective, you think it's 80-some games a year, and this is his fourth season. He's only played 114 games.
It's just way too much time off the court
We
by
didn't
himself.
play.
By himself with a lot of money.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah. Let's listen a little more.
Yeah, he talked about like what he's doing to get better and healthy and whatnot.
Let's take a listen.
Let's go.
This summer, has it been more cardio or more dieting? Like, what has been your thing that, like, all right, I can do that to help me get my weight up?
So the diet piece, I'm always able to come back each summer feeling good, looking good. Yep. But I would say it's more of just locking in on, like, flexibility, band work, because I think it's those things that will be able to keep me on the court longer versus just losing a bunch of weight and then coming to
I don't know what he said. He said shucks.
But
He
He
said
forgot.
shucks. Yeah.
But I hope he does, though. I mean, I hope he really, figures out now. Now, I heard somebody say a quote about him, not adding pieces to his game. I was concerned that he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
why would you not want to add pieces
that last
to your
comment?
game?
The last comment, though, from me, it's like he ain't been working. He's not trying to get right because he's talking about the band work. I mean, you don't have to be
He hasn't, or he has not been in the past.
in the past, and because he admitted like band work because I come back in shape. I just haven't been doing the things to keep my body right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, well that's part of it too.
Yeah, I
Right.
completely agree.
There's no work ethic, really. I mean, like on and off the court, it's got to be equal.
Right.
And he's like, I dropped the ball over here.
Like I'm saying, the worst thing for him was being off the court for so long in the beginning stages of his career. So by the time you get, because they all go through it, by the time you get to a point where you want to be serious about being really, really serious about being a professional, is about this, this age or maybe a year sooner. Unfortunately for him, he's been off the court so long. He's been off the court so much. He should have, if he had his work ethic in the beginning, he wouldn't be so tough on him right now.
I mean, I guess the thing that makes me, anyway, I'm putting him for him. I hope it works out. But he was hurt a little bit at Duke. Then when he got in the league, he's been hurt every year since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do something different, or it's going to continue. It's going to continue.
He said he is. He said he is.
Yeah, I mean, I remember John. It's a guy who played for LSU. John Hot Plate Williams, they called him. Hot Plate.
Hot plate.
And
Hot plate.
He was phenomenal. Took to LSU to the Final Four, and he pretty much ate himself out of the league.
Wow.
And
I don't think he's gonna eat himself out. I think he's not gonna work himself into the league to staying in the league.
yeah,
Cause the weight thing, like he said, he could die. Cause he came back once before, like he was slim, but they didn't have anything to do because, like he just said, he didn't do the other stuff.
Right.
you got to do the other work.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't do the other stuff.
But here's Richard Jefferson on not believing Zion Williams knows what to do to stay healthy.
That's true.
Let's take a listen.
I'm going to be really honest. I don't think Zion knows what he's doing. I don't think he knows how to do it. There's never been anything that can prove us, right? Does he need to look like me? No. Does he need to look like Perk? No. But he spent more time looking like Perk than he has me over the course of his NBA career. So to tell me that
saw
this
that
man
line right
knows
there.
what he's doing is, I think it's band word. And bro, you've missed 2.5 seasons. If we go back to Duke, you've missed more basketball than you've played. So I'm not going to sit up here and listen to him and make me believe that he knows what to do to get back on the court. Because if that's the case, why has it never been done?
I'm surprised. Who is this team? Who is this team?
That was gonna be my next.
Yeah,
that should be our next.
Because
who your
obviously-
people? Who your people?
Who your people? Because
we gonna put him right in the first candidate for who your people. Zion, who your people?
no, serious though.
From start to finish, from like you said, from Duke.
Well, he
Yeah.
said they're older.
No,
Now.
I'm talking about that's
Who
Yeah.
are
Somebody-
your people?
because some of the stuff he's saying and some of the situations he's in, he
Somebody
shouldn't even
should
be
have
there.
already- somebody should have already pulled
right,
your coat
right.
on
No,
that. Man,
we
gotta
got
get in and
this.
get
Don't worry
work.
about it. It's almost like he out there by himself. Sometimes it's particular things
Yeah.
he's saying.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
You can go right over here to your favorite fitness place, get with your trainer,
Right.
right? And I can assure you, he would have something put together for you
Thank you.
that would be well rounded,
Right.
where you could actually stay in shape.
And my point is,
Especially who he is.
right?
You make
for he-
$150
right.
million.
at that kind of paper, and
Somebody should have been able to get you right.
I fire all my other clients.
right. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be your personal
Right,
trainer.
right.
I don't have no other client
Right.
but you.
Particularly, it's gonna give me a ability to stay in the league and be.
Reed,
It's worth the investment.
Reed, listen to me, bro. 5-6 years ago, I'm watching in the gym some like 8-year-old working with bands.
Yeah.
He know how to work with bands. Here we are 6 years later, and Zion Williamson, worth $185+ billion,
Yeah.
says, "Man, I'm gonna start this band thing."
Yeah.
What?
See, that's that's how that felt on my ears. I'm like, this is so. I mean, the level of sophistication of the level.
Today we working on bands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? You worth all this money. Where are your people? Who are you talking to? Who
I
are
hope
you
you
guys
fired
talking
every
to?
last
You?
one of them.
Mom, where are you?
Whoever told, see, that was another thing. The weight. And then everybody kept saying, "Well, he can't stay healthy because of the weight." Well, but if you out for 1 year because of an injury, and you come back the next year, right?
Right.
And you immediately get hurt after you lost weight. Maybe it's not the weight. How about that? Maybe it's not the weight. You ain't been playing enough basketball for the weight to deteriorate your knees like that. You ain't played enough.
Oh man, D. Woods brought up a good point.
What's that?
Maybe it's just. I mean, his people. Like even with John, where's people at?
Right. That's
Think
what
about
we've
it.
been
Well, we saw
saying,
his
yeah.
people.
Yeah, his people want to fight. But just think about that.
His people on
but see,
live.
These people want to
Hey,
fight.
I guess-
Where's Usher? Where's my
Yeah,
lookalike?
I guess my thing is when you, and again, it's a money thing. When you have just been infused with all this cash, all this money,
Right.
you should be able to figure this thing out. It can't be that hard. Who are your people? Are you so interested in buying cars and houses? What about the application of your work and
Hold
what
on.
you do
He
in
not
your
even really
craft?
doing that. That's my hope. We know what he was spending his money on, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I was gonna say now we know
Yeah.
what site he been on.
Yeah.
But
OnlyFans and everything.
but he was enamored with that apparently,
right,
Right.
versus anything else.
right.
Video games and that.
Yeah.
But that goes back to like
Who are your
what Dean
people?
say. Who are your people? Because be like, man, look,
Because
you don't need
seriously,
to do that.
Hey man, we got to go to work today. Let's
even
go.
that interview, you're like, man, what are you doing? Like, where's the adult in the room? Right? Let me put it that way. How about that?
But that just sounds like, so you lost all this weight, died and whatever. Like who is advising you?
That's who are your
on-
people.
Like this is the plan.
You see, like
This is the plan.
It's almost like you go to Zion's people's office, you walk in that Zion's almost sitting up in there.
Yeah.
And no secretary.
You dropped the ball,
and no,
Dad.
And no advisor. It's just him. It's like he needs some people.
And then they slide him a plan off YouTube. We're gonna do the
He
South
need
Beach
his
diet.
daddy.
We know this
Like
shit.
where you dropped the
Hey,
ball.
well, yeah, he cut all, but apparently he cut all of them loose. But to me, this is another.
His mom?
This is
Yeah,
just
what?
another. This is another example of what it would look like when someone has it all thrust on them and it comes so easily that
Absolutely.
you don't have to work for it, any of it, right? You don't have to work for it. You don't have to build it. You don't have to put the grind in.
Yeah.
And then, in order to stay, because at this level, you get to stay, you got to put the work in.
Right.
I don't care who you are, right? Even Michael Jordan had to put the work in. To stay, you have to put the work in. He had no idea how to put the work in and what that looks like. And now he's talking about things like, I got some people around me that's kind of showing me, giving me some ideas, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just saying, well, that's a failure on a lot of people's part,
Sure is.
mainly him, on a lot of people's part saying, hey, you are now a professional. Like all these kids in the summer league right now, people should have having a conversation with them about,
Yes.
great, you had a great summer league.
Right.
Let me tell you the work you got to do.
Right.
Right.
Here's what you got to work on. Here's what you got to add to your game. School Henderson, you had a great summer league. Here's what you need to add to your game, right? Because if you're not having that conversation, you're not going to make it.
You know,
Right.
Nate McMillan, and by the way, I'm trying to get back on next week or so. He talked about that. He
Yeah.
talked. He talked about it. He said, "Man, you have no idea."
You got to work on your game.
Yeah, you get people that wouldn't, and this infuse of money kind of gets people all kind of caught up, man. And I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I'll probably be one of them too. But
Like 20-something years
Yeah,
old.
that's 20-something years
Show
old.
me
So,
the money.
In the
Right.
same interview, they asked him about, well, would you want to add, a teardrop, a little this, a little step back, or some other stuff.
what do you say?
Well, no, not really. I'm not trying to add. I'm not trying
No,
to
see.
change my game. I said, see, that's where
Yeah.
you still haven't matured enough in the game to realize, hey, kid, you ain't gonna be jumping over people the rest of your life.
Let me tell you something.
Like seriously,
It's
ask
a-
Klay Thompson.
It's a late great Kobe Bryant. Heard that he probably would have said, "Man, what are you talking about? I mean, not working on your game."
Right.
Put it this way, Reese will tell you. Every year when you come back for summer practice,
Yeah.
when you come back for them 2 days,
Yeah.
if you ain't added something,
You
to
gotta
your
do something
game,
different, yeah.
If you ain't added something to your game,
Yeah.
you can lose your spot.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you can lose your spot.
Staying where you are is not a good thing.
Right.
You got
You
to
can